What's up, guys? It's your girl Hannah B. Today is Tuesday, July 14th. I am on my way back from Okatee, which is close Bluffton, Okatee, kind of the same area. I am on my way back to Charleston. I had a pickup that dropped off to the hospital out there. I didn't record it because you guys have seen that job so many times. You know what I mean? There's no need to keep recording the same jobs. So I'm on my way back, because on my way coming back, I got a phone call wanting to know if I could pick up something from the airport going to a car wash, Tidal Wave car wash. I've done a job for them once before. I think probably maybe about a month ago, maybe 3 weeks to a month ago. Last time it was those salt that they use at the car wash. I don't know if it's going to be the same thing this time, but they wanted to know if I could be able to pick it up and bring it back out here and be back out here by 8 o'clock, which I will. I should get to the airport around 4:30, 4:45, and it's only going to take me, I think, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours to get back out here. So I'll be back out here before they close. So yeah, if you guys remember, I've been on vacation for 4th of July week. I took a week off, and I got back in town on Tuesday afternoon. So I worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it was slow, guys. It was slow. I mean, I was like trying to figure out how I was going to make my quota for that week, being that I, didn't work that Monday and Tuesday. I still would have had 5 days to try to make my quota, but it was slow. It was dead slow. Between Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday, I made like $1,000. And for me, my quota is $1,750 for the week. I try to make 2,000. Try to make 2,000. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But my quota is $1,750 for the week, and I made 1,000 in 4 days. Well, 3 days: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah. Saturday, I had that one run going to Del Taco in Myrtle Beach. I didn't get anything else after that because when I got back, it was pouring down raining. I mean, pouring down raining. And Curry don't really put out orders in my area on the weekend. Airspace definitely don't put anything out on the weekend. I try not to do like roadie and the gig apps and stuff in areas that I don't really know too much about. I normally try to wait till I get back in my area and I'll turn it on. But once I got back in my area, it was pouring down. So I ended up not doing anything else that day. I made $200 that day, so that put me at 12. So I still needed $550. And Sunday, it was nothing again on Sunday. I don't know what is going on with Spark. Spark was like, after Roadie, Roadie used to be my king app, and then it was Uber Eats, that flaked, and then it was Spark, and now lately, Spark, oh my God, it's horrible. It's upside down. I mean, the numbers is really upside down. They want you to drive 20 miles for like $15, $12. Like it is like horrible. So I didn't do anything Sunday. I didn't do nothing Sunday. I just did a bunch of stuff around the house and just kicked back and we just watched movies. My son likes to watch like Godzilla movies, shark movies, the little killer whales and stuff like that. So we just put it on Tubi and we just kicked back after we, did some stuff around the house, clean up and wash clothes and stuff like that. We just kicked back and watch movies. And I was cooking dinner. I just got finished cooking dinner, and then I got a call wanting to know if I wanted to go to Orange City, Florida, which is like 35 miles from Orlando. So I was like, you know what? I need this money. I need this money. Even though it was late, I would have to ride all night long. I needed that money. I did. So basically, I asked him the typical questions. How many miles? Well, I had to pick up in Pooler, so they was gonna pay me from Charleston to Pooler, $100, which isn't bad, because from Charleston to Pooler is like maybe 120 miles. So it was like less than $1 a mile, but still, it was still fine. And then from Pooler to Orange City was 257 miles. So I said, okay, I'll do it. Hurry up. And I fixed food to go for me and my spouse and my son. They was like, well, we're gonna ride. Let you go on the road by yourself. That way, if you need help driving, my spouse can drive and help me drive back or whatever the case may be. So we got everything together. Got blankets, pillows, and, for my son, because in case he wanted to go to sleep, and for her, just in case she wanted to kick back or whatever. And got on the road. 8 o'clock. I think we got there I think it was like 5.5 hours both ways. So we got there maybe, I think it was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So we got there like about 2 o'clock. Because we stopped at Buc-ee's. You always got to stop at Buc-ee's. We stopped at Buc-ee's. We got gas, coffee, those snacks, stuff like that. And so I think we got there around 2 o'clock. And they had a 24-hour Dunkin' Donuts. We had to go to Dunkin' Donuts. So I had to pick up 3 parts from Pooler. And 3 parts from Pooler. This is my electronic contract. Like I told you, he is subcontracts with UPS. And so I had to pick up from a Courier Express in Pooler, which they also subcontract with UPS. I don't know why they don't have drivers in Savannah area. Pooler and Savannah is like, right close to each other. But I don't know why every time they need parts from that Courier Express in Pooler, they always, call in Charleston to get drivers to go all the way down there. Like, people in Pooler or Savannah, y'all not signed up to Courier Express down there? Like, what's up with that? But anyway, picked it up, got down there like 2 o'clock, 2 a.m., dropped it off to Taco Bell. Of course, I had to take a picture. They had the paperwork with it. I had to get them to print their name on the paperwork, take a picture of that, send it to my contract. And like I told you with him, what he does, he calculates the miles, and then he'll tell you how much you get paid. So what he did was, he didn't pay me the $100 from Charleston to Pooler. He did the miles straight from Charleston all the way to Orange City. So the miles, he paid me, more for the miles. I didn't get paid $1, and I got paid way more for the miles. So then I got back home like about, I think 7 o'clock on Monday morning. Oh yeah, so by the way, like I said, it was 257 miles from Pooler. I didn't actually calculate the miles from Charleston because he said it was gonna pay me, $100. So let's just say it was 100 miles from Charleston to Pooler, which is a little bit over 100 miles. I would say maybe 115 or 120. If you add that with that, that's like 350, 340, whatever. So I ended up getting paid $600 for that run. So boom, I met my quota. And I was so happy that I did do it, but I also was tired as heck when I got back. Got back in the house, took a shower. Everybody took a shower. Took a shower. My son took a bath. I go and we got a spare room. I go in the spare room to lay down. Everybody went to lay down. Next thing you know, 2 hours later, the phone rang. Oh my God. My main contract. She was out of town. She had death in the family. She left Friday to go to California, so she was gone. She didn't get back till today. So her assistant was there, and she was like, she don't know the South Carolina area. So she was asking me. She had a bunch of runs, and she was asking me, what area is this? Is this close to this? And she had like 5 or 6 runs that day. And basically she was trying to see how much I could do, and then she wanted to know if my business partner could do the other ones that was going to the opposite direction. So I was trying to tell her, okay, this is going this way, This is going that way. So basically, I did Myrtle Beach, I did Mullins, and I did Sumter. So I did 3 because it was all in like a row. Myrtle Beach, maybe about an hour away, it was Mullins. Another hour away, it was Sumter, because Sumter was on my way back home. So it was stupid of me not to do Sumter, because it was going up, then you go over, and then you're coming down to Sumter, and boom, you know, an hour and a half later, I would have been home. And then my business partner, she did Okatee and Bluffton, because Okatee, Bluffton, Hardyville, Beaufort, Hilton Head, they're all in the same vicinity. It's like a big circle. It's all in that circle. So basically, I was telling her, I was like, man, y'all need to get a map in here. Y'all need to get the South Carolina map in here so that when she's not around, you know, you can look at the map and know what vicinity is in what vicinity. So when you make these calls, you know, okay, I need somebody to do this, also to go here, also to go here. And you know that one person can do all of this. Then you have to get somebody else to do, you know, the other runs in this area. And also, if you got Walterboro, they can do Walterboro, because Walterboro's on the way to Beaufort, Bluffton, Hardyville, Hilton Head, all of that, Okatee, all of that. So if you got Walterboro, you can add Walterboro into that one, because you get the Walterboro first and then you shoot on over. Anyway, long story short, I had to help her out Friday. I had to help her out Monday because she don't know. And she's from South Carolina. She's from Charleston. But she, I guess, I don't know. Maybe because I drive a lot, I know a lot of these areas. And I guess because she's in the office, she don't, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I was so tired, man, because I did not sleep. I did not sleep at all. And I didn't even pull over to let her drive or anything. And so my spouse is also my business partner. So of course she was like, well, can she do the other 2? So I went in the room. I woke her up and like, can you do the other 2? She was like, I'm tired. I'm like, but you slept. You slept the whole ride coming back. You slept the 5.5 hours. I didn't get no sleep. So she was like, okay. So she got up. She did, her and the kid, they went and did that. And then I got back, and I was tired, but I wasn't sleepy. That's the crazy part. I wasn't sleepy, but I also was not tired. So after I did those 3, I got back, and my son wanted lobster. He wanted some lobster, but I got it butter, and I got some black tiger shrimp, and I cooked the Alfredo, some pasta, and we ate that. Watched TV for a little minute. I took a shower, and I went to bed. I crashed out. So yeah, long story short, I did make my quota last week. So far this week, everything has been great. I did those 3 runs yesterday, and then I did the one that I'm coming back from, and then I'm doing this one that I'm going back to Beaufort. So today is going to be a good day. I make my quota today. I made my quota yesterday. So this week is starting off really, really good. Can't complain. But, you know, I'm not preaching or anything like that, you know. And for you guys who aren't religious or anything like that, I'm not trying to shove anything religious in your face. But, you know, I am religious. I don't go to church often, but I do believe in God. But anyway, just trying to say, like, you know, sometimes when you think, like, certain things aren't going to go your way, or, you know, dang, I didn't make my quota, or whatever the case may be, sometimes God steps in and, you know, He gives you an opportunity, you know, to help you out. And I really feel like that was an opportunity, because it came at the last minute at night, 8 o'clock at night, which I didn't think I was going to get anything Sunday. I didn't think I was going to make a dime Sunday. But He put the opportunity in my lap, and I still ended up making my quota. And so far this week, you know, like I said, today is just Tuesday. We still got 4 more days to go. Everything has been great. So let's head on. We still got about another hour to get to this airport to see what we're picking up. So I'll touch back with you guys once we get to the airport. Southwest Cargo, y'all. I'm here. All right, this is what I got. I don't know what it is, but it's going to a car wash. All right, guys, I'm back. I had to call DHL. They shipped it through DHL, and like I said, it's the second time that I'm pretty sure that he's just the manager at that location, so it wouldn't be like all the tidal waves in South Carolina. You know what I mean? But you know, it's good to have something like that, even though it's not every day or every week. You know, it's just like a once in a while thing. But it's always good to have that, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, I had that one job earlier, and I got back here like 4, a little bit after 4. And it's raining on and off. This whole day it was raining on and off. So once I got back, who's to say I wouldn't have been able to do any gay gas? It's too late to do an airspace if one did come in, because, you know, I have to be home, like my spouse go to work. So I wouldn't be able to do any airspace, because I wouldn't have been able to go there and back in time. So it's good to have something like this that comes in the clutch. You know what I mean? So anyway, we're not going to make this video long. I am on my way there. It said I should get there at, I think it said 6 o'clock, something like that. I think 6 o'clock, I think. I got to go back and look. I know it was like 72 miles or something like that. And I think it said 6 o'clock. I should be able to get there, because I got to get back here before 9:30 at the latest, because I have to go get one of the cars out of the shop. I left it over the weekend to get an oil change, and I had like a burning smell, and it said that it was the gasket cover or whatever. Which they already did that before, so I let them know, listen, you guys already did that, so they did it for free. I had a couple of hoses that needed to be changed out. I had that done. So, you know, you have to keep these cars up and running. You know, when you're on the road, you gotta keep these cars up and running. Like this car, this weekend, I'm gonna change my, I already changed my spark plugs. I gotta change the coil packs that go on top. This weekend, I changed one of them. I gotta change the other 3 this weekend. And then I gotta change, it's a little valve or something like that. I don't know the name of it. But I took a picture of it. I think it's a fuel filter, like injector type thing. Some kind of valve. I'm change that out this weekend on this car. But I'll touch back with you guys once we get to the delivery location. Like I said, I don't want this video to be extra long. And then when I get back, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about Spark. Alright guys, we're at the delivery location. Let me go get the Sparks, take a picture, and get a name. And I gotta call DHL, let them know the delivery time. Alright guys, that job's done. Bye in the morning. Oh, hold on y'all, hold on. Sorry about that. I got another run, y'all. I got another freaking run, y'all. I'm not gonna record this one though, because it's gonna be probably gonna be I probably record the pickup, but the drop off, if it's not dark, I can record the drop off. But I gotta go to MUSC West downtown, and it has to come back out here. But I gotta go home and get my son. Like I said, you know, my other half works at night, so I gotta go home and get my son, and then I gotta take her to get the car from the shop so she can drive. So she normally drive that car to work. Try not to drive the other vehicles. But they say that it can be delivered anytime tonight, long as it's you know, before in the morning. So hey, let me go ahead and get that. So I'll get with you guys once I get to the delivery location. This last part of this video is not going to be long at all. Just going to show the pickup, and then I'm going to show the drop off, and that's it. Alright guys, picked that up from the loading dock. Now I'm heading to go get my son, because he's going to have to ride with me. I think it's like 95 miles, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to get there. And then I'll see you guys at the drop-off location. And FYI, I picked up a box of breast implants. This doctor, he has a practice where he, you know, installs breast implants. So that's where I'm going. All right. So let me calculate my miles here, and then I'll see you guys at drop off. All right, guys, we are at our delivery location. It is 11 o'clock at night. I had some issues with the car once I got home that I will document tomorrow and let you guys know what happened.
Your destination is on the left.
So yeah, let me find my destination, and that's it for the video for the night, guys. Let me try to turn around here. Guys, have a blessed and prosperous week ahead, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. What's up, guys? It's 1:30 in the morning. I got a call right as I was leaving Bluffton to do a pickup and go to Jacksonville. I told him I ain't gonna be able to do it like right away, but it gotta be there before 9. I'm gonna get there way before 9, but this is what I picked up. Yep, that's what I got, guys. That's what I got. Yeah, so I gotta go home because I don't have a charger. My car, as soon as I pulled up tonight, my car wouldn't crank. So now I got the Durango. Good thing I got an extra vehicle to drive. Yeah. So anyway, I will touch back with you guys in the morning when I get to the drop off in Jacksonville.